All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, Oxbreak family. And it's our episode 12. Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, people.
Yes, hi. It's our third month na doing
Yes,
this
it's our
podcast.
third month.
And katulad ng bawat episode natin, lagi ko sasabi, ang bilis. Parang dumaan lang yung bawat
Yes.
weeks. Episode 12 na tayo. So, yon, welcome ulit. Salamat sa mga patuloy nakikinig, naki-interact sa amin, sa mga nagko-comment, nagbibigay ng feedback. Sobrang nakaka-motivate talaga kayo na pagpatuloy namin tong podcast na to. So, yon.
Yes. All
Ikaw,
right.
Japet, wait lang. Ikaw, Dar. Anong masasabi mo sa episode, na ngayon nag-film tayo ng episode 12?
Grabe, no? Yun nga yung sinabi mo din kanina. It's sobrang bilis ng panahon. I mean, it's our episode 12 already. It's our third month recording all of our episodes. And alam mo yun, with all of the hard work that we have in here. Actually, we just
Mm-mm.
started for just like, I know, first episode lang and then from scratch. And ganun. But, come to think of, like, for how many days we've talked about this, with all the planning and stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
Think, biruin mo, nasa episode 12 na tayo and we have a lot of people who's keep listening to our podcast and we would like to say thank you so much sa patuloy na pagsuporta and sa pakikinig ng aming podcast. So, ayun.
Yeah.
So, it's really overwhelming actually. It's really overwhelming. It's also one of my dream before to have my own or to have a my own podcast,
But,
and then
mm-mm.
it happens we have on the same page, and then
Yeah.
uh, joining those ideas together, and then we end up having Oxbreak as our podcast right now. And again, we always not forget to bring fun and learning to each and every episodes that we have in here. And we would also would like to tell everyone that
Mm.
in the coming days or in the coming weeks, we're going to wrap up the season one of
Yeah.
Offspring.
You only have few episodes left. So, we're not gonna reveal how many episodes you're still gonna expect to listen kasi we don't wanna spoil the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Diba? Pero yon, we're wrapping up season 1 the next few months
Mm-hmm.
kasi we are getting ready for season 2. So
Two.
ayan, marami kayong mga dapat i-expect. So ayan,
Yes.
so I think without further ado, you can take the floor, Jobs, and let's proceed with our episode 12.
Yon. So, yeah. What they can expect from our podcast or to our topic today. So, again, we always do the question of the week to our social media
Mm-mm.
friends regarding our topic. So, our topic for today is about apologizing. So, it's all
Yes.
about apologize. So, sabi nga ni Justin Bieber, is it too late now to say sorry? Or sabi nga ng One Republic, if
It's
it's
too
too
late to
late to
apologize.
apologize.
It's too late.
Diba?
Ewan ko
Talaga,
sa'yo, Day.
inisip ko talaga yan kung saan ko ipapasok
Oo.
yung dalawang yan actually. Sino ba kumanta nito? Wait lang. Search ko pa yan sa Google ha. Sino ba kumanta ng It's Too Late Now to Say Sorry? Ay, nga si Justin Bieber. Sino nga yung
Justin
isa? It's Too Late
Bieber.
to Apologize. Oh, One Republic. So,
One
may pasok
Republic.
man lang. May punchline man lang tayo ng very light. So there, always wanted to hear the voice of our listeners as to what's their
Mm.
perspective when it comes to this kinds of topic, especially right now when it comes to
Yeah.
apologizing. We knew some of these celebrities who do like public apologies when it comes to what they've done wrong uh, in media.
Mm.
And then this is not just about like the influencer and stuff like that, but mostly with our personal relationship with other people. So how does apology takes place when it comes to relationship with other people? Diba? Yun.
Yeah.
So
That is correct.
we're going to talk about that. Actually, we're just going to provide like our own point of views about apology. So Well, before tayo mag-proceed, so let's go first with Kamustahan. And that's our segment, which
Yes.
is What You Doing? So, ikaw, Pipoy.
Mhm.
So, how was your week?
Ito, so since kaka-wrap up lang ng Loki, 'di ba? Yung sa Disney Plus.
Wait
Sabi
lang.
ko,
Ikaw napanood mo na yung Loki. Ako hindi
di
pa.
pa. Ako inintay ko talagang matapos siya
Ah,
kasi
okay.
kami nung kapatid ko, balak namin umpisahan yung ano, panoorin yung Marvel movies pati yung series chronologically. So simula doon kay sa Captain America, then
Captain
Captain
America.
Marvel. So gumaganap ako talaga ng list online kung ano siya in order.
Yung
And so
sequence.
far nandoon na kami sa Guardians of the Galaxy. Sabi ko kung mahaba-haba. Kaya pa yung Black Widow nakakalabas. Hindi ko pa pinapanood eh.
Talaga ba?
Kasi
Ay, hindi ko
bago
rin napapanood pa.
ano siya, parang ang nakaset siya I mean yung mga events before nung Infinity War. So sabi ko madadaanan naman namin ng kapatid ko. So yun, hindi kasi siya yung kapatid ko, hindi kasi nanonood ng ng Marvel ever kasi
Ever
feeling niya
since.
masyadong maraming movie, feeling niya para lang siya sa mga nanonood ng comics. Sabi ko, hindi yun. Di ako mahilig sa mga ganyan. Kilala ko superhero, Superman, tsaka Batman lang. Pero mas marami na akong kilala sa Marvel ngayon kaysa sa DC. So yun, medyo nahuhook na siya. Sabi niya makaka-relate na daw siya sa mga memes. Sumali na siya sa mga,
Mga
sa
fan
MCU
page.
groups, mga ganyan. So
Kaya,
yun lang yung pinagkakabalan ko kasi ang dami eh.
kaya kong superhero si Cristala, si Volta,
Oo, si
and
Victor Magtanggol, yan.
Philip, Philippine version, no? Ganun.
Di ba?
Pero no,
Ayun.
just to add with what you said, actually di rin ako fan ng comics or whatnot. Until such time naging fandom na siya ang Marvel. When they started doing
Mm-mm.
like yung mga parang mga prequels and stuff like that, like yung Civil War,
Mm-mm.
Endgame, ganyan. So, I get the hang of it already. And alam mo yun, parang habang pinapanood mo siya, kahit yung mga latest lang na episodes or latest movies niya, you get to have this feeling na you want to go back from where it
Yeah.
started. Paano
Mm-mm.
ba nagsimula tong shenanigans na to na paano
Mm-mm.
ba nabuo itong Marvel series na to? Paano ba nabuo itong yung chronological order ng mga movies na to? So you want to go back from the roots.
Mm-mm.
Even ngayon may mga may mga series din sa Netflix. Ano ba to? Parang yung sa Civil
Mm-mm.
War ata,
Like,
Agents of Shield, mga
oo.
ganyan.
O kaya yung Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones, Luke Cage,
O kaya
Iron
Agent
Fist,
Carter. Kaya
Agent
ganyan.
Carter. Ganyan. Parang pati yun, may chronological order din yun. Hindi mo siya
Oo.
pwedeng papanoorin na Luke
True.
Cage lang, na Jessica Jones lang. Kailangan may I have a
Mm.
friend, taga Sutherland din siya from Spotify. Tapos sabi niya, no, you need to watch this series before this series para maintindihan mo yung flow ng story.
Mm.
Mga
Totoo
ganun.
dahil alam mo, yun yung na-realize ko kasi nung pinanood namin siya simula dun kay Captain America, ang daming dami mong kaya pala ganito, ganyan ganyan. Parang doon ko na gets na yung shield niya pala gawa sa vibranium.
Vibranium,
Eh nung
which
time na
is
pinanood ko yun, wala naman ako alam sa vibranium. Eh di ba sa yun? Sa Wakanda yun.
Wakanda.
Sabi ko,
Mm,
oh my God, alam mo, ang dami kong mga ganun. Ang sarap balikan kasi this time, nagigets mo na kung saan nanggagaling yung ganito,
diba?
ganyan. Mm-mm.
You,
Ang
you,
fun
you
lang, ang fun lang.
you get fascinated na, ito pala yung ganito. Ganito pala. Kunyari, Thor Ragnarok. Mga ganyan, di ba? Nandun na makita mo si
Mm-mm.
Doctor Strange doon sa first part of the movie. Kaya ito, ganyan. Ano pa ba?
True.
Si Hulk nandoon din, di ba? Mga ganun.
Mm.
Nakakatuwa. So, anything else? Anything to add?
Wala
Sorry.
naman. At ang ano lang, ang maiiwan ko lang sa'yo is, since pareho naman natin di pa napapanood yung movie, sabi nila, connected daw siya sa susunod na movie, which is yung Doctor Strange and ano yan? Yung
Wanda.
multiverse
Multiverse.
kineme.
Ah.
Oo, kasi dun parang sa Loki nila siniset up at tsaka binibuild up yung ano yung kwento about it kasi tungkol siya sa multiverse. Parang
Mm.
ganon. Hay, oo, tapos ba parang mag-uumpisa siya doon sa, 'di ba si Loki ninakaw niya yung Tesseract nung nasa yung Avengers 1. Tapos
Mm.
ano siya, parang naiwan, parang
Mm.
ano yun, yung habang busy sila, yung Tesseract napunta sa paa niya, tapos kinuha niya, 'di ba? Tapos bigla siya
Mm.
umalis.
Mm.
Doon mag-uumpisa daw yung episode kung
Ay
saan
talaga?
siya napunta after that. Sabi ko, ay, ano bang ganawan nito? Pero lahat ng events na mangyayari sa Loki is ano after nung ano ng pitik ni Thanos. Sabi ko, ay
Mm.
bongga. So, pinakalas talaga siya after pa ng Falcon and the Golden Bibe. Ayan.
Ay, The Winter Soldier.
Kayot ako yung Winter Soldier pala.
Oo. Actually, eto
Ayun, yun lang naman. Kaya na-excite akong matapos na. Feeling ko mauna ka pang manood eh.
I'm not sure pero wala akong access ngayon pero I'll ask someone. Disney Plus kasi parang wala sa Philippines kasi ng Disney Plus so unfortunately pero we'll see kung kaya ni torrent.
Mm. Send
Ayan
ka
na.
link. Charot.
Sige. Eto na nga. For me naman, how is my week? It's really challenging and life-changing. Kasi,
Kasi,
eto nga. So, we've gone through the project management training kasi. And yun nga, as I mentioned last time, parang self-learning kasi siya. So, online modules lang kasi siya. It's really
mm,
nerve-wracking at the same time. Parang very challenging kasi nga, you would need to understand it by your own. No discussions. Pero though may mga discussions at the latter part of the training, like, kunyari, an hour before mag-end yung shift, you have this call na kunyari, i-discuss yung mga ganun topics na hindi naiintindihan. And then, yung more on visualization kung paano ipaprocess. So, yun lang,
mm,
siguro naging challenging kasi nga, I'm more into like a visual learning. Parang visual learner kasi
oo.
ako. So, I tend to learn from what I see. Kung paano siya ginagawa. Rather than, understanding it by yung sa pagbabasa lang. So,
True.
and luckily, all of us passed last for our final exam.
Mm.
So, thank you. At maka-move na kami sa next stage namin, which is for the shadowing. For, ano. Another thing happened this week is I got my second dose already for the uh, for
True,
the
nakita ko
vaccine.
yan.
So thankful talaga kasi kahit within shift ko, naisingit ko pa din siya. And ayun lang naman. So again, ito, what do you call this? The vaccine is not there just to, hindi mo siya safeguard for you to just, go somewhere
Mm.
else na wala ka ng mask. You still need to do you still need to
Yeah.
follow the safety precautions pa din or safety measures of the government. Kasi may vaccine ka nga, pero you can still carry the virus to other people na hindi pa vaccinated. So,
Exactly.
we just want to reiterate this to everyone who's already fully vaccinated na please still follow the government's mandated rules and when it comes to safety of everyone. So, I understand
Mm.
may vaccine na tayo pero we still need to be careful and precautious of what we are doing, especially pag nasa labas tayo. Ayun lang naman. So yun, there. Yun yung nangyari for my week. So there you go. So let's move on to our next segment, which is our questions for the week. So we have two questions. So number
Mm.
one, number one question is, well, since it's about apology, so we ask, when is it necessary to apologize? So kailan ba talaga dapat tayo nag-apologize sa isang tao?
Mm.
This topic was kind of serious in a bit, pero we'll make things light naman for now. So yun. So we have one in here. Sabi dito, um, His answer, sabi dito ni Chris John Bonoman, sabi niya, if you knew that you did something wrong towards to someone and you felt that guilt, apology needs to be done.
Yeah. Parang from the word itself na kapag alam mong nakagawa ka na mali o may nasaktan ka, it is right to apologize. Although, hindi naman talaga madali mag-apologize kasi as a human being, laging
Mhm.
andun yung pride natin, yung ego natin. Pero, the moment na mag-apologize ka, na ina-accept mo na mali ka, it's gonna be better for both parties.
Mm.
Kasi parang sa isang side, parang masarap makatanggap ng apology kasi na-acknowledge niya yung mali niya. Sa kabilang side naman na nag-apologize, nakakalaya yung feeling na inadmit mo yung mali mo, binaba mo yung pride mo, ganun.
Tama naman. I do agree
Wow.
na
Mm-mm.
it's really a time for you to say sorry or to apologize for what you did wrong to the person. Kasi ikaw as the one who is at fault, you need to apologize talaga. You need to you need to make
Mm-mm.
up for that mess na nagawa mo dun sa taong yun. Kasi on the other side naman of the situation, which is the one who na yung nasaktan o kaya yung yun nga yung nasaktan, 'di ba? It's hard for that person to move on kasi this will keep that what yung kumbaga kung ano man yung nangyari nyo, nangyaring masama or nangyaring mali that time na ginawa nung nagkamali, it will keep as a grudge on that person's heart. Kasi nagkakaroon ng
Mm.
trauma dun sa tao na hindi mo inako yung pagkakamali mo, 'di ba? Ikaw na
True.
nga yung at fault. Pero kasi 'di ba, sometimes there are still people that they know that they are at fault, pero yung pride nila, mas mataas pa yung pride nila
Totoo.
kaysa dun sa yung conscience nila to say sorry or to apologize to that person na mess up nila. 'Di ba?
Mm.
Parang, hello, ikaw na ngayon nakasakit tapos ikaw pa tong nagmamataas, 'di ba?
Exactly. Parang yun yung mga tipo ng tao na hindi nila nakikitaan ng mali yung sarili nila. Kaya
Mm.
kasi nahaharangan ng pride eh. Although subconscious nila siguro parang, uy, mali ka. Pero, mali ka nga, pero ba't ka magsasorry? Lagi kang hahanap, parang kunwari ako yon, kahit alam kong mali ako, siguro at the back of my mind, hahanapan ko rin ng mali yung isang tao. Kasi nga yung
Mm.
pride ko, piniprevent ako mag-apologize. Diba? Which is nakakalungkot kasi in a perfect world, lahat nag-apologize kapag
Mm.
may ginawang mali. Pero we're not living in a perfect world kasi hindi naman natin siguro right din na sabihan natin na, uy, mali ka, ganyan, kasi it's none of our business.
Mm.
Pero alin kaya gano'n, parang minsan ang hirap sa mga sitwasyon na paano mo sasabihin doon sa tao, papadala yung message na you are wrong, you need to apologize, na hindi mo natatamaan yung pride niya, 'di
Mm.
ba?
Tama. Yun nga yung sinabi ko kanina regarding dun sa yung taong ma-pride na ayaw mag-apologize. Those are the people who are hindi nauubusan ng excuses eh. Kasi they will get
True.
excuses and excuses just to save their asses off na
Um,
no, pa-i-defend yung sarili
mm,
nila na no, I don't need to apologize to that person kasi actually siya yung may fault, 'di ba? Parang alam mo yun yung gaslight
true.
part na parang ipapaikutin yung table na instead na yung
Mm.
other part na nasiraan or um, yung nasaktan, sila yung lalabas na masama. You get it?
Parang ano lang yun eh, pag, tawag dito, sa pagsasorry, kapag gusto, may
Yeah.
paraan. Pag ayaw,
Mm.
may dahilan.
Dahil
Parang hindi mo mapipili talaga ang tao kahit na sabihin mo na ito yung point mo, ganyan, ganyan. Kung ayaw na, meron talaga siyang idadahilan.
diba? It's really sad to hear those people that are yung nagte-take talaga ng pride para sa sarili nila kasi it happens to be that parang nagiging pitfalls of their pride yung pag-sorry sa ibang tao or to apologize to other
True.
people kasi nakakain yung pride nila and at the same time it became or it becomes a shame for them na
Totoo
mawawala
yan.
yung reputation nila pag doon sa nagsorry sila sa ibang tao,
Mm-mm.
'di ba? Parang bakit ako magso-sorry diyan? Siya naman yung may kasalanan or sometimes at the back of their mind, naku, pag nagsorry ako dito sa taong to, baka sabihin pa nila, kinakain ko yung mga sinasabi ko.
Oo, baka mawalan ng respeto sa akin. Mga ganyan.
Mm.
'Di ba?
May mga ganun talagang situations. But then, I guess for us naman, no, for everyone naman, na it's, yeah, it's really necessary for you to say at least sorry or just apologize for what you did wrong to the
Mm.
person. Kasi it really relieves the pain just a bit to that person na nasaktan. Kasi with that small gesture of saying sorry man lang, yun yung parang parang comfort na lang din dun sa tao, 'di ba?
Mm.
Another one was from Kuya Mark, from our friends from Sawariko. So sabi niya, every time you
Mm.
make a mistake or make someone feel uncomfortable.
Mm. Mas ano, bet ko yung pangalawa, yung when you make someone feel uncomfortable.
Mm.
Kasi may mga tao na hindi nila kaya i-voice out yung sarili nila na parang, hala, ayoko ng ganitong sitwasyon. Alam mo yun, parang uncomfortable sila pero hindi nila masabi. So, tayo bilang tao, kung tayo yung nakapansin na ay nagiging uncomfortable na siya sa sinasabi ko o sa
Mm.
kinikilos ko, parang ano, you should have the consciousness to apologize. Para, uy, sorry, ano, ah, pangit ba yung ano, yung approach ko, yung mga ganyan. Parang ano
Mm.
bang okay sa'yo? Kasi ganun yung ano may mga tao na di mo alam kung nanggaling ba sila sa may traumatic past na meron tapos may ginawa ka na trigger niya yung memory na yon.
Mm.
It will be hard for them to voice out na uy ayoko ng ganyan kasi hindi lahat ganun ka strong, ganun ka vocal.
Mm.
So it's our job to be sensitive with our words tsaka sensitive doon sa sa kausap natin.
Mm.
Kasi pag hindi natin pinansin yung mga ganun, magiging toxic tayo sa paningin nila.
Exactly.
Kasi hindi tayo
Oo.
parang magiging kwento tayo sa mga ibang friends niya na, alam mo ba si ganito, ayoko siyang, kausap, kasi kaso nahihiya ako. May mga ganun, di ba?
Oo.
Parang, kailangan tayo na lang yung makiramdam since,
Mm.
tayo yung nakakakita eh.
Mm.
Imposible naman na chika-chika ka lang, ganyan, kasi hindi mo napapansin na ay parang hindi niya na siya, parang hindi niya na bet yung sinasabi, parang na-offend na siya.
Mm.
Bilang tao, nararamdaman natin yun. So, kailangan mo ibaba natin ulit yung pride natin. Kasi minsan, nandoon na naman yung pagiging tao natin na,
Mhm.
ay naku, opinion ko yun. Ba't ko kailangan ba sabihin yun? My opinion is mga ganon, di ba?
Oo.
Ang toxic ng
Ay,
mga
mga ganun
ganyan.
talagang
Mga ganyang
tao.
pagdadahilan.
Parang
Parang
they
hindi ko kailangan
don't
baguhin sarili ko. This is me.
mm.
Mga ganyan.
Parang
Accept nyo ako kasi ganito ako.
di nila
Di ba?
di nila alintana kung ano man yung feelings ng ibang tao. Them being sobrang open or outspoken rather, let me just say that, na they just want to say what they want. No matter kung sino man yung nasa paligid nila, masaktan man o hindi, maging sensitive man sila or hindi, I don't care. I just want to express my feeling. Pero yun na nga. So, with that being said,
Mm-mm.
um, yun nga we also need to be sensitive to those people who are also sensitive as well when it comes to our what we say. 'Di ba? Minsan, kung sa computer nga, think before we click. 'Di ba? When it comes to posting to social media kasi minsan kasi may ginagawa yung mga patama ganito ganyan pero sa atin minsan 'di ba when it comes to conversation
True.
Sometimes u unconsciously hindi natin alam na may tao na pala tayong nasasaktan. And
Mm.
what's happening here in a scenario wherein you're in your group of friends talking, and then all of a sudden may isang umalis or nag-back out, or let's just say the conversation is over, and then all of a sudden yung isang friend mo hindi ka na kinakausap because you said something na
Mm.
naging insensitive ka, 'di ba?
Totoo.
So that happens. So we also need to be cautious of what we are saying to other people. And then if we knew that someone is already offended, or if we did something wrong to that person, take the first move. Kasi makita mo naman
Mm.
on their body language, or let's just say on how they
Yeah.
post on Facebook, on how they interact with you. Na kunyari, pag nag-send ka ng message sa kanya, it's very, makikita mo parang visually the way they respond from the way they respond to you before. Na parang medyo cold na, ganito, ganyan. So based from my experience, because I do also have those kinds
Totoo.
of experiences as well, na sometimes hindi ko na unconsciously I offended someone. So ako din, I need to be sensitive. I need to approach that person in a good way, na professionally still, na hey, did I
Mm.
say something wrong? Did I offend you sa mga sinabi ko? Ganito, ganyan. So, yun nga.
Mm.
May nagsabi nga, be a bigger person. 'Di ba nga? So,
True.
mga ganun.
Naalala ko nga, te,
Mm,
may ganyan tayong eksena dati. Parang, ano, yung hindi ko pa masyado tansya yung, ano, yung ugali mo. Siyempre, di ba, alam mo naman ako, napaka-vocal ko, napaka-prank ko. Di ko alam na meron na pala akong mga sinasabing nakaka-off. Tapos napansin ko na lang na, hala, si bakla parang ano, naiba na yung trato niya sa akin. Parang parang
parang,
medyo ano na siya, sarado
parang,
na.
hmm, parang,
Oo.
ganun na lang yung mga responses, 'di ba? Alam mo yung
Totoo.
coldness.
Kasi 'di ba? Kasi parang kung ako parang bilang ako naman yung nag-cause, dapat nararamdaman ko na parang may nag-iba sa niya. Parang
'Di
ayaw
ba?
niya ako. So sabihin may ginawa akong mali ganun, 'di ba?
Mm,
Which is hindi na huli ang lahat to take accountability, 'di
mm.
ba? Parang everyday we are growing, we are learning as a person. Hindi naman forever ganito yung ugali natin. Kaya may it's never too late talaga to say sorry. Yun lang, share ko lang.
Me being friends with people for the longest time we have, we've gone through these kinds of situation we're in. Alam ni people kung gaano ako kasensitive na tao. Just a small gesture or small thing
Oo.
that offends me, parang it's either mawawala ako, or I'll give you like the cold treatment.
Oo.
'Di ba?
Ganyan. Alam ko yung
Mm.
mga bagay na ikaw offend mo. Kaya
Oo.
kailangan parang kung hindi na kung maganda naman yung parang intention ko ganyan, kailangan sasabihin ko siya in a way na talagang klaro, naiintindihan.
Mhm.
Parang hindi uso sa atin yung mga words na may ibang meaning eh. Alam mo
Mm.
yon. Kailangan sa atin diretso, malinis. Kung meron man tayong pag-uusapan na dapat yung mga joke-joke, ganyan, mga
Mm.
kabastusan. Pero kapag yung may sarcasm, ganyan, parang parang sa atin parang bakit na siya nagaganito? Kasi 'di ba, bilang ang dami nating mga pinagdaanan dahil
Mm.
ayun.
Ayun lang talaga. It's really necessary to see, for us, it's really necessary. Kasi kahit you're at fault, kasi there's always a difference between asking forgiveness and like there's like a thin line between asking forgiveness and saying apology,
True.
'di ba?
Totoo.
For me kasi when you say, or when you say your apology to a person, it's an empty apology or a sincere apology to the person. You're just, when you say sorry to that person, you're just being sorry for what happened, kung ano yung ginawa mo. But you asking forgiveness to that person na nagawan mo ng kasalanan, it's you asking na patawarin ka because nagsisisi ka. Because for me, apology is like just a shallow thing. Wherein, for the sake of just,
Mm.
compensating the inconvenience you say, being in the customer service, we always say we apologize for the inconvenience and whatnot. But actually, hindi naman natin intentionally sinasabi yun. Eh. Parang, kumbaga, for the sake na ma-pacify yung customer
Masabi lang.
natin na
Mm.
na we
Totoo.
for the inconvenience. But then you asking forgiveness in a relationship scenario kasi nagsisisi ka. So that's why you're asking forgiveness. But when you say apology, you're just apologizing. Ikaw, what's your take about the two? About apologizing and forgiveness?
Mm. Ako, ah, yung apology dapat meron iba't na
Action.
action. Kasi
Tama.
kung wala, it's really just a false promise. Parang
Tama.
kailangan andun yung intention,
Mhm.
andun yung action plan. Kung nag-apologize ka, anong gagawin mo after your apology? Kasi pag parang if parang apology without action is just manipulation.
Mhm. Tama.
Pagpaulit-ulit. Nagsasorry ka lang naman kasi gusto mo lang clear yung utak mo na nagsorry ka. Pero
Parang just to
hindi
let it
malinis
out.
yung intention mo na na parang at least nag-apologize ako. Ang toxic ng ganun kasi kailangan kung nag-apologize ka, it has to come from a place of sincerity
Mhm.
na alam mo meron kang natapakan, may nasaktan ka, kaya ka nag-apologize, not for the sake na nag-apologize ka. So, parang kailangan ang apology is laging connected sa asking for forgiveness. Kasi bakit ka mag-apologize in the first place kung ang goal mo ay hindi naman umabot doon sa asking for forgiveness, di ba?
Mhm.
Parang nagsasayang lang kayong dalawa ng oras. Tapos sa yun naman, sa asking for forgiveness, if you're asking for forgiveness for the sake na para makatulog ka lang ng mahimbing, better not, wag ka na lang mag-ask for forgiveness.
Tama.
Kasi parang manipulation pa din yun.
Mhm.
Parang binabalik mo lang yung tao doon sa same situation para, just to save your ass. And then you might do it again kasi wala kang walang accountability na alam kong ito yung naging mali ko, di ko ito gagawin sa'yo kasi nasaktan kita. Walang
Mhm.
ganon, hindi malinaw. Kaya di mo masisisi ibang tao na hindi na naniniwala sa mga I'm sorry kasi ang word, 'di ba kunwari ito dahil yung isang salita, pag tiningnan mo yan paulit-ulit, eventually nagiging parang bago yung salita, 'di ba? Parang hindi mo na kilala, parang bakit ganyan spelling niyan, yung mga ganun.
Mm.
Same goes with na kapag yung sorry, paulit-ulit mo naririnig sa tao pero wala ka naman di mo maintindihan yung meaning ba siya sorry. Parang hindi nagiging walang meaning, hindi sincere. Kaya the moment na mag-sorry ulit siya, parang wala ka ng expectation kasi parang ugali niya yan eh.
Exactly.
May ganun ka
Oo.
na, 'di ba? Parang yung I love you, pag paulit na sinasabi na wala namang kaakibat na na
The
feelings, wala ring
feelings.
meaning.
Tama, tama,
Ganun.
tama. I agree with what you
Ikaw?
said. Yung sinabi mo kanina na uh, apology should accompanied with action. Kasi I also ask my
Mm-mm.
partner regarding this. Kung ano ba yung perception mo about apology dito, ganun. Sabi niya, um, if you're going to apologize to someone, you need to make sure that you're not going to do it again. Kasi if you're going to do this
Mm-mm.
for the next time or kung paulit-ulit mo itong gagawin, the apology is voided. Kasi parang
Mm-mm.
walang kwenta yung pag-apologize mo if you keep doing the same shit, 'di ba? To that person. And
Yeah.
kasi it became a pattern to that person and that wakens the mind of that person na alam ko gagawin mo ulit to. So, no need to say sorry. Wala nang kwenta yung sorry mo.
True.
Kasi ano yun, nandun na
Mm.
yung conscious mind niya na, oops, okay, stop it. Don't say sorry. Just prove me na hindi mo na lang gagawin to. Kasi di ba may mga ganun, di ba? Huwag ka na mag-sorry. I-prove mo
Mm.
na lang yung sarili mo na hindi mo na gagawin. Parang sometimes yung
Totoo.
apologies on hindi na siya tinatanggap eh. Kasi a person is already in a traumatic stage we're in. Natatakot na siya na once you say sorry, alam niya na may gagawin mo ulit yung the same shit niya. Diba?
Mm.
So,
Tsaka ano te, feeling ko parang ang apology, it may come in many forms. It doesn't have to be verbal. Kasi ano parang the best apology is change behavior. Kahit
exactly.
hindi ka na magsalita na I'm sorry, basta nandoon yung intention mo na in-acknowledge mo na mali ka,
Mhm.
parang pinaalam mo na na-hurt kita at alam kong hindi mo to gusto. I'll make sure na itatama ko at hindi ko ulitin yung same mistake. Alam mo yung ganun, change behavior is enough. Kasi hindi
Mm.
naman mag-sorry ka ba kapag tama yung ginawa mo? Di ba hindi naman? Madalas ang apology is connected sa may mali kang ginawa, may sinaktan kang tao. Parang ganoon. Hindi
Mhm.
naman kailangan laging i-verbalize mo kasi doon nga nawawala ng meaning eh. Kasi na
Mm.
doon nakokontento yung mga tao sa sinabi ko naman eh ganyan, ganyan. Problema niya yun kundi niya, ano, parang ang pangit eh. So,
Mm.
yun. Sana laging, nandun yung conscious decision na pwedeng mauna na yung action. And then,
Mm.
saka mo i-verbalize na parang, uy, nagkamali ako. Pero eto, nakita mo ginagawa ko yung best ko para itama yun. Ganyan.
Mm. Pero have you even encountered someone who they did admit their mistake, but they are still looking for excuses just to save their ass off? Yung parang ano,
Kung pwede magpangalan eh.
ay nako, kung pwede nga lang naman talaga. Pero yun nga kasi, there are still people naman talaga na they do admit their mistakes. Oo, nagkamali ako. Pero kasi ganito yan eh. Parang yung quote-unquote, kasi ganito yung nangyari eh. Ay, you apologize, but you're defending yourself. Ba't ka nagkamali? Okay. Parang you're parang ganito yun, naghahanap ka ng something na may good side dun sa ginawa mong pagkakamali, if I'm not mistaken.
Parang i-justify mo na
Ija-justify
bakit
mo
mo
yun.
siya ginawa. Uh,
Oo.
uh,
But when it comes to that, the apology is voided for me ha. Parang wala ring kwenta yung apology mo.
totoo.
Kasi parang, why
Totoo.
you're why you're making yourself na i-justify mo yung pagkakamali mo, pero magso-sorry ka. Asan yung sorry doon? Asan
Totoo.
yung apology doon?
Tsaka yung parang magsasorry ka pero meron kang isisisi kung bakit yun ang ginawa mo. Parang, sorry kung nasaktan kita. Pero kasi alam mo, hindi ko naman ito magagawa kundi dahil sa ganun. Alam mo yun na parang, just say sorry. Hindi ka
Oo.
maghahanap ng ikisisi mo. Kasi kahit anong gawin mo, it will not put you in a better light. Ikaw yung
Mm.
nagkamali eh. Pag may sinisi ka ba, medyo magkakaligtas points ka. Hindi
Mm.
naman eh. You just have to make, lalong nagmumukhang insincere yung
Mm.
pagsasorry mo kasi naghahanap ka ng bagay na kung saan mo ibabato yung sisi na
Mm.
actually, biktima tayong dalawa. Ay, tangina, ayoko ng ganun, dahil. Biktima tayong
Nagpa-victim.
dalawa. O sige, hanap tayo kung sinong pwede mag-sorry sa atin.
Alam mo, Day, may tawag
Kakaloka.
dyan. Actually, I searched about it. And what they call with that situation or with that kind of apology is toxic apology. They call it as
Totoo
toxic
naman.
apology.
Toxic
Kasi,
talaga.
di ba nga, you apologize, but you're still looking for someone to blame. Yung
To
blaming
blame.
game, you have the
Yeah.
blaming game card eh. Hawak mo yun.
Oo.
So, magpipinpoint ka ngayon in what kind of situation or whose person you're going to throw that blaming card. 'Di ba?
Mm.
Yun eh. So, instead of you apologizing, you apologize. Yes, andun na tayo sa part na apologize. Pero you're making excuses. You're defending yourself.
Totoo.
You're, what do you call this yung sinabi mo kanina? Yung justify mo yung sarili mo. Bakit mo
Yeah.
ginawa yung mistakes mo? And again, as you mentioned,
Mm.
that apology is already voided and that toxic apology is no longer acceptable. Diba?
Totoo. Tapos yung magpapasok ka pa ng mga situation na parang mas worse. Alam mo na parang
Mm-mm.
parang ikaw yung actually biktima, ikaw yung kawan. Actually, parang pareho nga lang tayong ganito. Parang, come on, wag ka na mag-sorry. Parang, di ko na lang, parang kunin mo na yung sorry mo, pack up ka na, umalis ka na. Wala tatanggap. Kasi di ba kung mag, parang bakit ka magsasorry in the first place? Di ba tingin mo yung apology ng tao, ay yung forgiveness
Oo.
ng tao kung may sisisihin ka, kung sasabihin mo lang na actually, hindi rin lang ikaw yung may kasalanan. Para kanino yung forgiveness? Parang
Mm.
samahan mo ako, bigay ko dun sa tamang tao, hindi pala ikaw.
'Di
Alam mo
ba?
yun?
'Di ba ngayon sa sinabi sa famous na ano, sa Tulfo, ano, "Ikaw yung mabuti, ako yung masama." Ayoko na! Wag po na
Kinata yun, di
magsalita!
ba? Pagod na pa. Pagod na ako. Lagi na lang. Hit ba yun? Yung
Yes, oo.
naglumpasay?
Oo.
Alam mo,
Ah!
I feel her.
'Di
Gusto ko
ba?
yung energy niya. Parang siguro ang tagal niya naging mabait. Ang tagal niya nagpipigil,
Nagtimpe
at umabot na siya sa rurok ng inis niya. Nilabas niya lahat on camera.
on cam.
Yun lang yung mali.
Oo.
Pagod na ako.
Wag ka na magsalita!
Oo.
Ayun nga.
Gusto
Pero
ko yung feeling ko may ganun akong personality. Parang ako na. Pagod na ako. Yan ako. Kaya maganda may outlet ako.
mm,
Ganyan, pag naiinis ako, ganyan. Kung maganda yung merong outlet, pwede bumuhos ng isang bagsakan.
ayun na nga. So, there you go. Yun nga, yung tinatawag natin na toxic apology. Those kinds of, apologies wherein, you have this kind of what we call blaming game wherein you apologize, but you need to justify your
Mm-hmm.
mistake. And at the same time, you tend to look for someone where to put the blame on. Yun yung mahirap eh. Yun yung parang
True.
toxic trait ng isang
Oo.
tao na parang hindi mo instead na mag-apologize at akuin mo yung sarili mong pagkakamali, nag-apologize ka pero ililipat mo sa iba yung pagkakamali, 'di
Totoo
ba?
yan.
Hmm. So yun. Meron din tayong tinatawag na empty apology actually. Well,
Oo.
when we say empty apology, parang you're saying sorry or apology just for the sake of just saying it eh. 'Di ba? Walang feelings, walang emotional attachment or no sincerity at all. Parang sige mag-a-apologize ako pero nasa sa kanya naman yun kung tatanggapin niya o hindi.
Yun yung mga kasi parang vini-victimize mo yung victim ulit na parang pa ng biktima kung di niya tatanggapin. Siya pa mag-a-adjust. Siya na nga itong na-perwisyo. Siya pa ang mag-a-adjust sa apology.
Mm.
Which is parang, kung wala namang, kung hindi ka rin mag-apologize na maayos, better not to apologize kasi you're gonna inflict more damage than the
Mhm.
initial damage you have already done, di ba?
Tama, 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 tama. Kasi ano eh, if di naman bukal sa loob mo na mag-sorry or mag-apologize, then be it. Don't say sorry at all. Kasi mas pinapalaki mo or pinapabigat mo yung burden ng isang tao na kasi at the back of that person's mind, mararamdaman nila na nag-sorry nga siya pero sincere ba siya? 'Di ba? Parang mas
Totoo.
lalong ano eh, parang iisipin ng tao na nasaktan is parang wala naman siyang pakialam eh. Parang sinabi na lang yung sorry na yun just for
Mm-mm.
the sake of for everyone's parang matahimik na yung
May
ibang
tawid lang.
tao. May tawid lang. Kasi sometimes, 'di ba? Empty
Oo.
apology could be something that you are forced to do so kasi sinabi ng ibang tao. Tapos ang gagawin mo na lang,
Totoo.
magso-sorry ka na lang just for the sake na para yung taong nakapaligid sa inyo is tumahimik na lang.
Totoo. Ang pangit ng gano'n. Oo.
'Di
Better
ba?
na to apologize na lang.
You just keep your mouth shut and then if you apologize, sabi mo nga 'di ba kanina, the best apology is a change behavior. So if you're sincere enough to apologize to that person, if you can say it verbally, and then do it in a better way wherein, probably change behavior or at least, compensate for the inconvenience that you caused to that person.
True.
So, yun. One last question na lang pala is, ito, yung sinabi ko kanina na, when should you ask for an apology? So yun. Kailan ka ba, or kailan ba ikaw kailangan mag-ask ng sorry or apology to
Apology.
other person or dun sa nakasakit sa'yo? So kasi parang kanina, ang scenario natin is nag ikaw yung
Kailan ka
nagkamali.
mag-apologize?
Kailan ka mag-apologize? Ikaw
Oo.
yung nagkamali. Now, let's turn the table and then make the situation na tayo yung
Mm.
sinaktan, and when is the best time for us to let that person know na sinaktan tayo na mag-apologize ka sa akin?
Mm.
Or what's your take on that?
Ako, parang ang take ko kasi diyan, parang as human beings, kasi bilang we are on the other side of the table, na tayo yung naperwisyo, tayo yung nasaktan,
Mhm.
ganyan. Hindi dapat tayo yung humihingi ng apology. Hindi nga actually dapat tayo manghingi ng apology kasi ang baba nun, parang as a human being, hihingin ko yung sorry. Parang, uy, mag-sorry ka naman sa akin, nasaktan mo ko, ganyan. Kasi, on common cases, dapat hindi ganun. Pero kunwari, family member mo,
Mhm.
para may paulit-ulit siyang behavior, tas talagang nasaktan ka, may times na ako yung namilit na parang, oh, hindi ka ba magsasorry, ha? Hindi ka ba
Mhm.
aware na ganyan-ganyan? May ganun ako eksena sa kapatid ko kasi parang pag hindi ko na pag para meron akong responsibility eh. Kasi
Mhm.
magkakasama kami sa bahay. Kapag di ko sinabi na parang pag may mali ka, mag-sorry ka. Pag ganun. Kasi baka hindi siya aware na
Mhm.
ganun. Pero on a bigger picture, kunwari
Mhm.
nasa labas o kaya friends mo at alam mong pare-pareho na kayo matatanda, parang alam naman nila eh, makikita nila kung kung na-offend ka o hindi. Kasi doon sa mga physical gestures mo, sa the way
Mhm.
ka kung paano na makitungo, malalaman nila kung bigla kang iiwas.
Mhm.
Minsan nga, mga insensitive na tao, kaya pang magtanong na, uy, may ginawa ba ako? Minsan di nila alam na may ginawa
Mhm.
sila. So yun yung opportunity natin na ano na i-educate sila na actually ganito, oo, na-offend mo ko, dapat pa ganito nga manghingi ka ng sorry.
Mhm.
Doon sa tingin tayo pwede mag-demand na uy mag-sorry ka kapag yung tao nag-approach na ano bang ginawa kong mali. Kapag hindi
Mhm.
nila alam na may ginawa talaga mali sa action nila.
Eto, there's also another one who answered the question, which is Win. I remember Win, with our cancel
Mm.
culture. So sabi niya, I think you need to let people know na in some way they have offended you. Kasi otherwise, di rin
True.
nila alam. Parang mature way of
Yeah.
calling them out. So, di naman kailangan directly na, oy, mag-sorry ka. More of medyo di ko nagustuhan yung sinabi mo and na-offend ako. And automatic magsusorry yung tao. Kasi sabi niya, nangyayari
Totoo.
kasi parang na-offend ka pala tas di mo sasabihin tas may inis ka.
Oo. Tapos
Mm.
minsan kasi, yun nga, malilito sila sa kinikilos mo, mag-iisip sila kung anong pwedeng ginawa nilang mali, ba't ka na-offend. So, parang magkakaroon ng gap sa communication. So, tama yung sinabi niya na hindi naman lahat ng nagkakamali, alam nila na nagkakamali sila. Kasi nga,
Mm.
ginawa nila eh. May purpose kung bakit nila ginawa yun. Feeling nila baka yun yung tama. So
Mm.
if it's not sitting well with you, pwede naman na ipaalam natin na ayoko yung ginawa mo, yung sinabi mo gano'n.
Mm.
Mali yun, wag mo na ulitin yun. Pag na-realize nila yun, kahit hindi mo sabihin na, uy, mag-sorry ka sa akin,
Mhm.
malalaman naman lang, doon mo makukuha yung apology. 'Di
Mm.
ba? Pangit kasi yung lalabanan mo rin ng sarcasm eh, na parang, alam mo, imbis na sana ganito, ganyan, ganyan pa yung ugali mo, hindi ka malang mag-sorry. Pag ganun, nilabanan ng ganun, baliktad na. Hindi na ikaw ang magiging biktima kasi parang magkikreate, tataasan mo yung wall eh. Lalong hindi siya magsasorry, lalo niyang pipiliin yung decision na, tama naman ako eh. Hindi niya makikitaan na mali yung sarili niya.
Mm.
Ganyan.
Kasi andun yung ano eh, yung let me just say the term retaliation. You retaliate to that ano eh, to that kind of issue already. Because instead of you asking for an apology, wherein professionally asking for that. But then, kasi on the other hand, the person who wronged you, kasi 'di ba, bakit ako mag-a-apologize sa kanya? And then you retaliate. Bakit? 'Di ba nagkamali ka? Kailangan mag-apologize ka. So, ending, magkakaroon pa na mas malaking issue at mas malaking gulo. And as you've mentioned, mas lalo mong tinataasan yung wall for that person not to say sorry to you. Kasi nagpapataasan kayo ng ihe eh. So parang ang mangyayari doon, ending, the situation becomes worse and worse until such time na talagang wala na talagang apology mangyayari. And I believe this where maturity comes in for each and every one of us. Kasi um, apology is also one of the things or the bravest thing that you need to do if nagkamali ka sa isang tao. Kasi sometimes there are people na nagkamali sila but they can't admit it kasi nahihiya sila sa sarili na nagkamali sila dun sa tao. I agree with what Win said na it's also a part of calling out the person na hey, medyo hindi ako comfortable sa sinabi mo kanina. And it's a way for them
Mm-mm.
to be aware of na, yun nga, sa tama yung sinabi mo na hindi lahat ng taong nagkakamali ay aware sila na nagkamali sila sa isang tao. Diba?
True.
Sometimes again, it's really unconscious to na may masabi kang mali na bigla kang may ma-offend ng ibang tao. But then again, it's really an initiative for that person who made the mistake to say sorry. They need to do the first move actually. But then yun nga, doon na rin papasok din kasi yung ano eh, yung 'pag hindi na comfortable yung tao sa'yo and it turns out na parang lumalayo na, iba na yung treatment sa'yo ng tao. Katulad ng sinabi natin kanina,
Mm-mm.
hindi man verbally sinasabi sa'yo ng tao na na-offend siya, pero because of their body language, because of their treatment to you, dun mo saka mapapansin na lumalayo na sa yung tao. And maybe something happened na na-offend siya or nasaktan. So yun.
True.
May ano nga eh, parang nag-away sila and then nag-sorry sila sa isa't isa. But after that sorry, nung nag-part ways na sila, andun na yung tipong magpaparinigan na sila sa social media or
Mm-mm.
parang iba-badmouth na nung isa yung isa sa ibang tao.
So, yan.
So yun. So alam mo yun no, parang when it comes to these kinds of situations, especially apology, yun nga, you need to be matured enough talaga the way you think about these kinds of situations. Kasi with these kinds of situations kasi it's really crucial especially when it comes to relationship with other
Mm,
people eh.
True.
Kasi
Kasi parang, ano eh, hindi naman yung mismong words mo yung kino-consider nila sa apology, kundi you as a person. If
mm,
you're still gonna be a person they can keep for the, like, for the rest of their life. Kasi marami mga taong ini-ekis na nila yung mga ganito ganyan kasi parang hindi mag-own sa mga mistakes.
Mhm.
Parang pagkasama mo, parang ang bigat-bigat lagi ng pakiramdam mo kasi feeling mo laging wala kang ginawang tama, laging ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. Wala sila nakikita mali sa mga actions nila. So, apology is not just something verbal na parang sasabihin mo for the sake. It's actually like giving leaving a mark of you as a person
Mhm.
to that to that, other person. So yun, if you're gonna apologize, para might as well make it sincere
Mhm.
para hindi kayo nagsasayang ng oras.
Actually, ano din eh, parang andito din yung trust issues kasi.
Ay, oo, isa pa yan.
Oo. Kasi when it comes to apologizing, people will see how sincere you are when it comes to apologizing. Dun din makikita or matetest yung trust nila sa'yo.
Lalo
Kasi,
na kapag paulit-ulit, di ba?
oo, if you keep doing the same shit all over again, and the trust will be out of hand already. Diba? Parang
Mm-mm.
hindi na siya, ano eh, parang magkakaroon ka ng doubt sa sarili mo na mapagkakatiwalaan ko pa ba tong tao to. Minsan kasi, even in the first mistake that person did, andun na agad eh. Parang may mga tao na parang first time na nagkamali pero andun na agad yung questionable yung trust agad. Hindi na siya
Totoo,
yung
pre.
hindi na nila hihintayin yung second mistake na mangyari ulit. Diba?
Mm.
Kasi sobrang crucial eh. Kasi relationship-wise, hindi mo na alam kung eto ba yung mannerism niya na na this kind of mistake he keeps doing and doing. Mannerism niya na ba to? Or sinasadya na ba? Diba? Hindi natin
Mm.
alam. Yun lang. So parang it's uh, a stake of having that kind of trust to that person if mapagkakatiwalaan na mo pa ba rin siya or hindi. Siguro ito, one last question for the both of us na lang siguro is, um, uh, let's just answer yung question na, is it too late to say sorry or is it
Say
too
sorry.
late to apologize?
It's never too late for an apology. Kasi, um, as soon as you acknowledge na nagkamali ka, you
Mm-mm.
apologize, pero you never got the chance na ibalik yung pagtiwala. Kunwari, nagkamali
Tama.
ako sa te. Tapos, it took me years to apologize. Parang sobrang taas ng pride ko, it took me years. Pero that time na nag-apologize ako, sobrang tinanggap ko sa sarili ko na mali ako, sincere apology ko. Kahit hindi mo ako patawarin, for me, it was never too late for me to apologize kasi I know na kung saan ako nagkamali. And
Mm-mm.
it would help me become a better version of me and not to make the same mistake to other person. And
Mm-mm.
then I will use that para mabago yung actions ko at finally makita ng tao na yung apology ko kahit hindi niya tinanggap, sincere, and eventually parang you'll find a way to forgive me.
Mm-mm.
Kasi ano change behavior. So
Mm-mm.
yon, it's never too late to say sorry kahit dun sa mga taong kunwari nawala na, kunwari namatay, ganyan, o di mo na nakakausap. Kahit parang hindi ko alam kung paano ka mag-apologize but as long as you know sa parang sa puso mo na sincere ka pag na
Mm-mm.
sinabi mo sorry kahit sa sarili mo na lang sabihin nyo na sorry ganyan kasi it will help you change your behavior
Mm-mm.
from that point moving forward. So yun, it's never too late for me.
Hmm. Tama naman, tama naman. I also agree na it's never too late to say sorry or to apologize. Kasi an act of apology is an act of you stating to yourself that you admit that you're wrong. And it's a part of yourself of
Mm.
being humble na rin. na you're stepping down yourself,
Totoo.
setting aside your pride na, oo, mali ako. And I'm sorry for that. 'Di ba?
Parang ano
And
din siya, act of love. 'Di
exactly.
ba? Mm.
Kasi ano you're humbling yourself is also a way for you to realize na hindi sa lahat ng oras tama ako.
Yes, that's
Diba?
true.
It's also a part of you telling to yourself na it's okay to make mistakes.
Mm.
It's okay to
It
accept
was
that I'm
make us
wrong.
human eh.
Exactly.
Mm.
'Di ba? Um, on that way, kasi there are some people that they parang um, ayaw nilang i-accept na mali sila eh. 'Di ba?
Oo.
Kasi kaya ng sinabi ko kanina, once they admit to themselves na mali sila, and that's a pitfalls of their pride turning into shame.
Mm.
Parang kahihiyan sa sarili nila yon, 'di ba? So,
Mm.
I guess from time to time or as the time goes by naman, people will get to realize na mali sila. And again, it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. And everyone is entitled to
True.
make mistakes. And everyone is entitled to rectify the mistake that they've done. Or else, if it's not
Yes.
that kind of mistake na pwede mo i-correct, and then just admit it and then just never do it again. And again, it's always a change behavior that is the best apology for everyone. 'Di ba?
Totoo yun,
Okay.
Jane.
Ako naman, in my own opinion, I always tell to myself, or I always say sorry to my mom, even though wala na siya. Why? It's because I'd never said I love you to her. Na
Um,
nagkamali ako sa mga life decisions ko nung wala siya sa tabi ko. And with that, parang kasi pag once na you say sorry and you say apologize, it's also you're letting the burden inside of your heart na mali ka eh.
Totoo
Parang
yan.
nilalabas mo yung burden sa sarili mo na nagsisisi ka talaga sa ginawa mong pagkakamali.
Mm.
With that, with that, with that just a small gesture of saying sorry, yung peace of mind mo, parang nagkakaroon ka ng peace of mind and nailalabas mo yung burden. And for on the other
Parang,
side of the table naman, na never it's never too late to accept apology. If you're willing to forgive the people who hurted you, minsan mahirap tanggapin yung pagkakamali ng isang tao para sa'yo. O sa'yo, rather. Pero, minsan sa ikakatahimik na rin ng puso mo at sa kaluluwag din ng paghinga mo. Sometimes you need to forgive the person. Pero it depends pa rin. It really depends with the situation. Ikaw na.
ako nga parang since na-mention mo na you always apologize to your mom, even though she's not here every day, ako, ano naman, I always find myself apologizing to myself
Mm.
na parang sorry kung alam mo yun, parang this is my time to be vulnerable, and at the same time I'm letting myself know na okay lang yan, na okay lang na parang mag-umpisa ako sa sorry hindi ko nagawa to, ganyan-ganyan. Hindi ako nag-self-pity, parang nag-apologize sa sarili ko kasi hindi ko nagagawa yung ganito, ganyan. And then the other side of me is comforting myself na okay lang yan kasi iba-iba naman tayo ng pace eh.
Oo.
'Di ba?
Tama, tama, tama.
Their reality is not your reality. You create your own. You are
Mm.
not born to be just like them and blend in. You need to create your own narrative, yung ganun. Parang naging habit na siya in a way na the more na ina-acknowledge ko, the more na nagsasorry ako, the more na na-acknowledge ko din na nagkakamali ako. And at the same time, na parang nagigising ako sa thought na anong gagawin ko? doon sa parang what's next after this apology. So yon, I think hindi naman siya parang kabaliwan ganyan kasi parang minsan yung other side ko din sinasabi na baka nasiraan ako ng bait kaya sorry ako sa sarili ko. For
Mhm.
me, I take it as parang ang healthy siya for me kasi ano eh, letting yourself be vulnerable makes you sensitive
Mhm.
also to others. Kasi alam
Exactly.
mo yung pakiramdam. So alam mo
Tama.
din kung kailan ka na nakakasakit. Ganyan.
Sometimes you would say to yourself, sorry kung na-fail kita.
Oo.
Sorry self kasi I failed you. Pero bawi tayo next time. Yung ganun.
Hmm.
Ang
Totoo.
sarap, ang
Parang,
sarap lang sa feeling na you admit to yourself na nagkakamali ka. Well, that we insert of what Tito Boy said na it's when is it okay not to be okay and when it's not okay
mm-mm,
not to be okay, 'di ba? It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It makes you
mm-mm,
human and it makes you feel that there's always a correction on each and every time you make mistakes. If there's none, and then let it be, and then learn from it. So
mm.
there you go. So, any final thoughts, Pipoy, about this topic?
Ayun. So,
Any
apology,
insights?
para sa akin, yun nga, katulad ng shinare ko, hindi lang siya sa mga taong nagawan mo ng pagkakamali, sa mga taong hindi mo sure kung na-offend mo, nasaktan mo, para din yun sa sarili mo. So, sometimes may mga ginagawa tayong bagay na tayo yung naglalagay sa sitwasyon na ayaw natin,
Mhm.
tayo yung parang may mga decision tayo na di alam natin na harmful sa atin. And once we acknowledge that, hindi yung natin, ibababa natin yung pride natin na ginawa ko to kasi gusto ko. Pag inalis natin yung ganun, that's the time na yung pagiging sensitive mo sa sarili mo is ma-heightened. And you'll get to know yourself more. Alam mo na parang another discovery to for yourself and it will help you become more of a human
Mhm.
towards others. Hindi yung
Tama.
sarili mo. So, um, yun nga, katulad sinabi ni Justin Bieber, tinanong niya pala yun, wala pala
Mm.
siya sinabing ganun. Ako pala nagsabi. It's not too late to be sorry. There's never a deadline for
Mhm.
apologies.
Mhm.
So yun, ikaw, what's your takeaway?
My takeaway about apology, as I mentioned, apology is an act of humility. Diba? It's also
Oh,
a small gesture of accepting yourself that you make mistakes. And again, it's okay to make mistakes, and everyone is entitled to make mistakes, and we are entitled to rectify those mistakes. Um, Apology, may kaakibat na action yan, as you mentioned earlier. So we just don't want to apologize just for the sake of just saying it because the statement just voids the apology itself. But we want to apologize in a manner of showing our humility to that person na nasaktan natin, and at the same time yung sincerity and the promise to not to do it again. But then again, um, you know, a change of behavior is still the best apology after all. Kasi if you're going to do the same shit all over again, it's no longer apology. You're just messing up
mm-mm.
the minds of other people na nag-apologize ka nga but you're doing the same shit all over again. Diba? I
That's
have
true.
one last quote. I just shared it sa Facebook. Actually, this is where I saw or get the idea about apology. So sabi dito, just apologize when you know you made a mistake. Don't be mad sa
Mm.
taong nagalit sa action mo. Admit your mistakes. It's not that hard. Hindi yung puro excuse para maitama yung mali. Pag mali ka, mali ka. Be open in improvement.
True.
'Di ba? So yun nga yung sinabi natin about the toxic apology we're in. You're apologizing but then you're still making excuses and then do the blaming game to other people. Na instead of you accepting it, you apologize, but you blame other people because of your mistake.
True.
Ayun. By the way, I would like to shout out one of the best coffees that I've tasted, which is the But First Coffee PH. Their
Mhm.
coffee is
Oo.
really good, especially the Vietnamese
Vietnamese
style.
coffee.
Yes. Their
Yeah.
Vietnamese drip-based coffee. Actually, their coffee is really affordable. I would highly suggest to buy the 1 liter kasi grabe sa isang 16 ounce lang na iced coffee nila mabibitin ka. I would highly suggest. So, by the way, they're available everywhere. So, let me just check their
Sana meron dito
stores.
sa amin.
Ito, sabihin ko yung mga stores. They have in BF Homes. They also have in Imos Cavite, Molino Cavite, De La Rosa, Makati. They also have in Malate, B Mapa, Diliman, and Marikina. So,
Ah! Hindi
Diliman,
man. Sige.
malapit. So
Check
there.
ko yan.
But first, coffee. So you can check them out on Facebook and also on Instagram. So I really do suggest and highly recommended this coffee shop. Sobrang sarap ng coffee nila. So shout out to But First Coffee for accommodating me the last time that I um, uh, bought something from them. As in yung 1 liter nila, sobrang sarap talaga. Vietnamese style
How
coffee.
much was it?
Actually, the 1 liter is just only 200 pesos.
Ay, alam
200,
mo, gusto ko talaga yung, namimiss ko na yung Vietnamese style coffee tea.
di ba?
Promise.
Ayun. So, mga coffee addicts dyan, so mahilig sa kape. Yan. But first, a coffee is the go-to. Actually, not just the drip-based, they also have like espresso-based coffee as well. So, yun. Yeah, there you go. Anything else to add on, Pipoy?
Yun lang naman, um, wala mo na ako masyado may add kasi lahat naman na is nasabi na magandang ano to pang end ng apologize kasi it's gonna be Monday in a few days, so kada magsimula ng alam mo yun over the week na patawad sa sarili mo kung may
Exactly.
ginawa ka naman mali. So yun, wala na ako masyadong sasabihin eh. Ano lang naman, parang maraming salamat ulit sa mga listeners kasi every now and then ako ina-update ako ng jobs ng mga nag-feedback, ganyan.
Yes.
Nakakatuwa na
Mhm.
alam mo yun, kasi di mo naman na-expect lahat tatapusin, di ba, yung podcast.
Hmm.
Pero meron talagang yung parang, uy, pinakinggan ko yung ganito. Tapos nag-share din sila ng
Yes.
mga insights nila na nakaka-relate sila. So, ayun, mas na-motivate kami na
Hmm.
gumawa ng maayos na mga contents pa katulad ng
Mhm.
mga ginawa namin. And then, pagbutihin pa tong podcast na to. Ayun.
Yes. Yeah. As we go further with our next season, which is season 2, so there's a lot of things in store for you guys. So just tune in every day, every week sa aming mga episodes. And as people said, we would like to say thank you for your support to keep listening with our podcast. And nakaka-overwhelm yung ganitong kind of support,
Hmm.
especially for those people talaga na talagang nakikinig sa atin. May isa nga nagsabi sa akin, nakikinig ako ng podcast nyo pampatulog ko. Kasi parang
Hmm.
sabi niya, parang matutulog na lang ako, pipikit na lang ako, tapos bigla na lang akong tatawa. Yung ganong part kayo. Diba? So, yun. At least, diba, you get to, or we get to see that kind of feedback we're in. Napapangiti natin sila with our podcast.
Ang sarap sa pakiramdam, sa totoo lang.
Sobra, sobra,
Na
sobra,
alam mo
sobra.
yun, we are
Actually,
making sense.
it's a big leap of faith for us, for the both of us, na may mga confusions pa kami before na, ano ba, i-push ba natin to, ganito, ganyan. Until until such
Mm.
time that we're on our episode 12, and it's really, 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 really awesome to be on this spot already. We're hoping also we're aiming to be part of the top 200 podcast in Spotify. So
Oo, sana.
I'm checking it every week kasi they have this uh,
Parang list.
chart uh,
Yeah.
of 200 top 200 podcasts, or at least like the top 200 episodes per podcast. So hope everyone would you know um, at least kahit sa top 200 lang, at least nakabingit na kami sa 200. Pero
Tara.
wishful thinking, pero I know this is really possible with the help of you guys who is listening to us.
Mm.
But let's spread the
Ayun.
word of
Oo.
Oxbreak. So there you go. So again, well, don't forget to catch us on our personal accounts on Facebook and Instagram. Also with our podcasts account, you can search our fan page in Facebook and Instagram. If you have any questions, concerns, or suggestions, you can also reach us with our personal Gmail account for our podcast, which is the Oxbreak podcast at gmail.com. So there you have it, guys. We're wrapping up this episode 12 about apology. And till next time, or till our next episode, keep tuning in, guys. Don't forget, we have a lot of announcements coming in for our season 2. Makinig kayo lagi. Please. Please. There you go. So, thank you
Yes,
everyone
ayun.
for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. See you next episode. Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Bye!